Another upper level low just located north of Minnesota and north of the Great Lakes region, which signifies a trough. Another trough just over New Mexico. And there is a flat ridge just to the north of Montana. And a little bit of a ridge over northern New England. And very flat trough just located near Cape Cod, over Cape Cod. And there is a big ridge just over South Florida and Cuba. What does this mean? There is a lot of storms to deal with in places like Southern California, Texas, and parts of the desert Southwest. And as well as folks who live in the Great Lakes region right now. Sorry about that. And there's also a little bit of moisture that's located throughout the Great Basin too, as I failed to mention. Now, what about tomorrow night? Yeah, by tomorrow night, there will be an upper level low just located offshore from Southern California, which means that's a trough right there. Another small trough, but just over Kansas City. There's going to be a big upper level low just located over right between Hudson Bay and the Great Lakes region, which means a trough. And there is going to be a ridge just over the Gulf in South Florida and the Florida Keys. Maybe a little bit of a ridge just over Wyoming, but it's kind of flat though. Well, now, what does this mean? It means that there's going to be a lot of wet weather, strong to severe weather in some places, from Arizona all the way to the lower Mississippi Valley, and parts of the Carolinas may get some wet weather too, plus the New York City area too. Well, we'll see about that, and as well as wet weather incoming wet weather throughout to the parts of the Pacific Northwest. For Saturday night, though, this upper level low moves a little bit inland over the lower Colorado River Valley. Now, what about this trough here? It's to the north of Maine, and there is a ridge just over Lake Huron, and another ridge just over the western Gulf. Now, where are the storms? Where are the rain, snow? Well, there's going to be a lot of storms that's going to happen throughout the desert Southwest and western Texas, parts of the Great Basin too, and a little bit of a wet weather event in the Pacific Northwest, but not much though. And parts of the Northeast will still get some rain though, or snow, depending on the freezing line where that is going to be at. Oh yeah, and wild, you might get a little bit of flurries, some snow showers in your area. I've already managed to get your area, but it's just not much though. But Saturday night there will be. Sunday night, however, this is the day 3 out of 3. An upper level low moves inland towards the Colorado Rockies, which signifies a trough. And there is another trough just located over Vancouver Island, and another one just right south of Hudson Bay. What does this mean? There's going to be more wet weather to deal with throughout parts of the Northeast. More storms in western Texas all the way to Nebraska. And some storms could occur throughout the Pacific Northwest or Northern California, all the way to the Bitterroot Mountains of Idaho and the Northern Rockies. And there is still going to be some wet weather throughout places like the Mid-Mississippi Valley, all the way down to Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. Alright, and now we're going to go back here where... Okay, so today's Thursday night, right? So right now, let's change the region to the North Atlantic to see if there's anything developing in the next week. Well, there's a lot of wind shear throughout the Atlantic, and even though there is something that's forming in a counterclockwise fashion, which could mean some storm that's going to develop, but I wouldn't put money on that because because there's a lot of wind shear, disorganized thunderstorms to go along with it as well. A lot of wind shear elsewhere. Dry air gets mixed in. For tomorrow night, Saturday night, all hope is lost for any chance of development whatsoever. Not even right here. This is Saturday night, and this is Sunday night. A lot of wind shear everywhere. Monday night, wind shear everywhere as well, but maybe a chance of showers throughout the southern tip of Central America and Colombia. Now, what about for Tuesday night? Tuesday night, a lot of wind shear everywhere, as you can see, folks. Wednesday night, wind shear everywhere, as I said. And same story for next Thursday night. Maybe something could form, but highly doubtful, though. And although guessing games will follow, but regardless, it's too late because you got a lot of wind shear, a lot of cold air in the upper latitudes. Let's just go here and change the model to the European model, where some chance of developing right there, but a lot of dry air and wind shear that is making thunderstorms disorganized. Hold on a minute, folks. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so there's very little wind shear. There's a lot of wind shear everywhere. So many sirens. They keep on blaring. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so let's see what we got in 24 hours. A lot of wind shear, and as well as in the Atlantic. I mean, what's the point in talking about the tropics, given that there's a lot of wind shear everywhere, especially Saturday night, Sunday night, same story. Monday night, maybe something could form by Monday night though. Tuesday night, maybe something, but it's all just showers here and there. Then, whoops, by Wednesday night, disorganized thunderstorms follow. A lot of dry air could get mixed in. And finally, by next Thursday night, though, it looks like a lot of wind shear, but something could develop. But however, how's it gonna get through all this without dying? It's tricky. Waters are cooling. A lot of wind shear is everywhere. A lot of dry air as well. So, nah. Now let me go here to the Canadian model. A lot of wind shear as indicated. Then you have on tomorrow night, a lot of wind shear everywhere. Same story on Saturday night, Sunday night. Also a lot of wind shear everywhere. Maybe something here on the Western Gulf, but doubt that. Then by Monday night, a lot of wind shear everywhere. Wind shear means that you're not going to get much development at all. at this point, especially Tuesday night, then going into Wednesday night as well. And also, let's not forget about next Thursday night. But what's the point in making guessing games right now, right? In fact, the tropical cyclone activity is not expected to develop. Is not expected during the next 7 days, though. Now, before we go to discuss the next 3 days, let's take a look at the fall foliage map, folks, shall we? Let me remove this. Okay, so basically, much of the northern half of the country has past peak colors, which means that all the leaves have fallen down. And at that point, any pictures of fall foliage, well, you're better off doing that in the south. In places like for example, Raleigh, all the way down to, let's say, Columbia, Augusta, Atlanta, Birmingham, Tupelo, even Jackson, Mississippi, and Shreveport, Dallas-Fort Worth, San Antonio, Austin, even Houston. But going down to Florida, well, it looks like as though there's low colors that have passed the I-4 corridor all the way towards about to be Port Charlotte and almost at Palm Bay. The Space Coast, barely. And not really finally. And we're going to take a look at the drought. How's the drought monitor doing? Well, it looks like as though that California's getting less drought right now as a result of atmospheric rivers bringing all that moisture towards the Golden State. But there's still leftover in Southern California. There's less drought that's happening throughout northern New England. Still hasn't improved in the southeast and the Ohio Valley, and maybe barely in the desert southwest and in the Bitterroot Mountains of Idaho and the leeward side of the Cascades too, and even southern Texas. So there's still some drought. Kentucky is drought-free, as well as Rhode Island, and barely, not much, almost no drought in North Dakota. And what else? And Connecticut too. So let's see, Hawaii still got some drought. Alaska, no drought. Alright, and now I'm going to go here, but that's not my real objective. It's to go through here because I just want to set up for the precipitation part of the 3-day forecast. So, let's start off with temperatures. We go here, 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 and here. That's the NAM. It's where you get more mesoscale type of models, unlike global models, which involve the GFS and the European models. But we're going to go to temperature, and we're going to go for tomorrow morning. Well, if you're still here, let me see. Yeah, you're still here. So, if anyone's got a city they want me to check up on in terms of the forecast, please do so in the chat. So, while for you, let's see what we got for tomorrow morning. It looks like you have a little bit of above freezing for the early morning hours for tomorrow. Hold on, I just think I can hear background music, folks. Never mind. Please don't let me speak too soon. Alright, I'm just going to talk over. So we do have a lot of warm air throughout the south virtually, but cold air is starting to move into western Texas. Mild temperatures, well, they're located over lower Colorado Valley, Central Valley, California, but still a lot of freezing air throughout much of the interior parts of the west, the northern plains and upper Mississippi Valley, and as well as much of the northeast.